You are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, and you have started a business, you are making some profits. But if you're doing business today, meaning the high probability of you using WhatsApp to communicate with your clients is super high, right? I think 99% of all businesses that I've spoken to all require WhatsApp to communicate with their customers. But there's a big problem. WhatsApp was not built for business to business communication. It's built for personal. So in this video, we're going to talk about what are the 10 biggest challenges that businesses just like yours will face if you're using just regular WhatsApp for your business communication. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Here are the 10 challenges. You can find this article if you want in the link. I'm going to put the link below or at the top or somewhere left or right. You can check it out. It is on our website, YesHello.chat, in the blog. It is a pinned post. So what I'm going to do in this few minutes video is just to go briefly on what are the 10 biggest problems and how you can look at how you can go around solving it. Okay. All right, so this is just basically saying how many people, in the world, in Asia, in Malaysia, Southeast Asia, wherever you are using WhatsApp, right? So if you're not in the US, high probability you are using WhatsApp. So here are the potential risks of using WhatsApp for business, right? So there's a few big theme when it comes to using software and for business, especially WhatsApp. Is security issues. We're going to touch on that. Compliance issues, workflow mismanagement. This is the hidden issues, right? Tracking, data administration, handling all the incoming data. Now data privacy and personal privacy is very a concern for clients, and business productivity. So let's take a look at it, right? So here are the 10 biggest problems, right? So I'm going to go one by one, and then we're going to talk about it in detail. Number one is privacy regulation compliance. Number two, limited admin controls. 3, unauthorized communications. 4, a mix of personal and business communications. 5, loss of official data. 6, no third-party app integrations. 7, decreased productivity. 8, policy violation. 9, data ownership. And 10, advanced search features. So the first biggest problem is privacy regulation compliance. So in general, if you're using WhatsApp, WhatsApp needs data to work. But the thing is, based on their terms of service, they collect a lot of data. And this is a challenge, especially for bigger organizations. If you are a government, if you're a large enterprise or industries, right? So this could be an issue because internally you want to manage your data. And especially if you're a government organization, it's even a higher priority to manage all the data, and this conflicts with how WhatsApp works, right? So if you're using personal especially, so that could be an issue. So you might want to check out the data compliance for your company and what type of data WhatsApp uses. Okay. Number 2, limited admin controls. So what does this mean? This just basically says that if you are using your personal WhatsApp, so you ask your team member, come in and please use your own WhatsApp to do customer support. The challenge would be that you don't have the right to go into their phone and check things, right? So if you want to give access to certain communications, or you want to, you have some secrets that you want to keep, or just the basics of certain departments having access to certain information. And if you're having your team using their own personal WhatsApp, you have basically no way to control who sees what, and that is very dangerous, right? So one of the solutions is you want to find a software that offers you this admin control. So for example, would be YesHello. You just connect your business WhatsApp to the platform, and through the platform, you will have all these controls. You can turn off this, you can turn on that, right? And this will protect all the data, and you will have this very robust admin control. Number 3, So number 3 is unauthorized communications. So this relates to number 1 and number 2. Well, obviously it's going to relate because the main issue is you're using someone else's phone, someone else's property, and they have the right to it. So unauthorized communications is, for instance, for us, last time when we were using it, internally, we have like policies where, certain departments or certain people shouldn't see what other departments are doing. Well, not really what they're doing, but the data that they collect is private because clients offer, some personal things, some sensitive corporate information. So when you have people using WhatsApp, and then in WhatsApp, obviously you use groups, right? So when you put people in groups, and when one person shares, everybody else can see, and they can save it, and they can do whatever they want with it. It's difficult to now control and to monitor where it is shared and who shares it. So that type of unauthorized communication is super simple to do because everybody has access. There's no password, and people just kind of, hey, whatever, it's my phone, I can do whatever, right? So that's a big issue. So you want to take a look at how to authorize communications, and this leads to the previous point where you want a platform where you can offer that access to specific conversations. Challenge number 4, a mix of personal and business conversations. This is personal for me because when I first focused on trying to scale the customer service department, I built a few companies before. One in education. We were one of the biggest provider of corporate training in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, in Malaysia. And before that, we were doing mutual funds on unit trust sales, and we had close to 100 team members at the time. Before this was way before the 2008-2009 crash. So after the crash, we almost went bankrupt personally, right? And that was after that the start of me getting into tech and learning. So, however, that's another story. So this is personal for me because when building those 2 previous companies, I realized that I could scale. I could create a system for most departments except for customer service, because at that time we were using a lot of SMS, and there was no SMS kind of dashboard or customer service platform. And then when I built the other one, it was more of WhatsApp, and same thing, there was no platform to build. There was no platform built specifically for customer service for WhatsApp. That means that if I wanted to start, I just had to use my own phone. When using my own phone, all these big headaches of, oh man, people contacting me 24/7 in the weekends, during weird times, right? Inconvenient times during meetings. So when I hired new team members, asked them to use their personal phone, and they got like really agitated because they got the same thing. They said, boss, how is this that, am I supposed to handle this? If it's, at 12 midnight, if it's in the weekend, what do I say? And since clients know that they have access to you, they're just gonna ask. And we feel obligated to answer. And that creates this like never ending anxiety because, I never know when I have to work, right? So there's never an off switch, and that is very tiring. So what you want to do is you want to be able to separate your personal WhatsApp and your business WhatsApp. So number 1, you have peace of mind. Number 2, that your team can come to work and feel happy because they don't have to work and answer after working hours. That means they come back recharged. You have boundaries. You create this trust and bond, and the connection between them and your clients become better, right? So you want to take a look at that. Number 5, loss of official data. What if the person holding your WhatsApp loses it? What if they accidentally deletes it, right? So this happens all the time, and you want to protect this from happening. The solution is to find a platform that will automatically back it up to the cloud. and do this, set it up once, it will happen all the time, and no matter what happens, it is backed up. And the possibility of losing a software when it's in the cloud is impossible. So the risk there is minimized. Number 6, no third-party app integration. So once you get bigger, once you already communicate with a lot of clients, you want to now integrate with other platforms. You want to start automating. You want to be able to, instead of just serve a few hundred, you want to serve a few thousand, 10,000, 100,000. And to scale, you'll need to have every software that you use talking to each other. And currently, I see a lot of businesses manually update, the CRM, manually update that department. So you want to be able to do it automatically so you can be more productive. And how to do this? Well, modern softwares have this thing called an API. You want to find a software that has this API integration capabilities with other platforms. API is just a method of one software talking to the other software, right? So you want to find one like that, and just the basic connection is to connect your CRM. Connect to your CRM. That means every single person that chats with you, it will automatically update a CRM in your client relationship management system, CRM. And from CRM, you can start with email marketing and all the other fun stuff. Number 7 is decreased productivity. What does this mean? Well, if a tool is not made for a specific task, meaning you or your team have to find ways around what it's built for, because it's built for person to person. Meaning, if you want to add team members, you want to speak in a group, you want to have all these other things that you need to have in a business to run smoothly, you need to find a hack. That's what it's called. So this looking for hacks is using your brain power, your team's brain power and effort on something other than what creates actual value with your clients. So how you want to solve this is find solutions that already have it pre-built. And there are softwares out there. There are solutions out there. Find them so that your team is actually doing the job they're supposed to do instead of trying to fiddle with this software, see whether it works properly. Number 8, policy violation. What is this policy? It is a WhatsApp policy. WhatsApp says that for you to use WhatsApp, the personal WhatsApp, that this is only for personal use. So just the fact that you are using your team members or your own personal WhatsApp for business is already against their policy. So a couple of risks there. Number 1 is WhatsApp might just cancel that account. Say, hey, this is not according to policy. Number 2 is that in some countries you might get a big fine. For not using the proper processes. So now there is privacy policies, there are data policies. There's so much new policy that protects all the parties, that you want to make sure you're not getting yourself into big trouble. Okay. Number 9, data ownership. So this is basically asking whether do you want to be the owner of your data, or do you want your random people using the WhatsApp, or your team member who might even leave to own it. Because data is power today. Why do you think all the big companies are just getting all this data? Because from the data you can plug it into somewhere and you can get insights. The more data you have, the more power you have. These are the things that other companies don't have. These are your unfair advantages. So if you don't own your own unfair advantage, which is given to you, then you are on purpose trying to be at a disadvantage. And number 10, advanced search features. So this relates to productivity, because when you have thousands and thousands of conversations a month, you most probably won't remember where did they send that code, or where did they send that image. I know they sent as PDF, but I cannot find it. I cannot search it. There are some limited search features in normal WhatsApp, but what you want is you want more detailed and granular way to search for specific info so that your team knows where to get the information, knows how to self-serve themselves so that they don't have to go asking here and there fast. And this sense of, not disappointed, oh man, how I wish it'd be faster, right? So that the feeling will be gone. That means when your team is chatting with someone, it is smooth, it is fun, and not full of ickiness, right? So that's the 10 biggest challenges. If you guys found value in this, please subscribe to the channel. Check out our website, YesHello.chat. We have a training, a solution to help you manage all this. It is called the Boost Your Sales webinar. So check it out. Register for the webinar. It's a free 45 minutes webinar. It will speak a little bit about this and especially on how for you to create a 5-star customer service team within 30 days. So we'll give you the 3 secrets, how to solve that. You can take that and implement in your business. All right. So I'll see you in the webinar. Thanks for watching. My name is Khalif. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.